All right, man. Christian Wood said a couple weeks ago when he recovered from the coronavirus, the Roro, man, that he was going to be an all-star next year. Book it, man. So let's talk a little bit about Christian Wood. I'm still working on a podcast episode for the Pistons. Got some technical difficulties, but when I drop it, I'll share it on. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll share it there, and I'll share it in the community tab. So, yeah, make sure you follow me there. All my social media links in the description. You ever want to reach out, you got a question, business inquiry, sponsorship, whatever situation may be. But appreciate it. Make sure you share the video. And with Christian Wood, yeah, I think he can be an all-star next year. I think he needs to work on his body a bit, just get a little bit more stronger. But other than that, yeah, depend on, who they get to run the point next year. If they can find one of those young guards in the draft, and they can develop together. That's a lot of length between Killian or LaMelo Ball. That's who I like the best. That's a lot of length. If they want to get James Wiseman, he can play with James Wiseman as well too. They both athletic. They both can run the floor. But I just think it's imperative that they find a point guard, and Fred VanVleet is not an acceptable option. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, you want to go longer, and Fred VanVleet is just a guy like Vinnie Johnson that can get you some buckets off the bench. But he struggles against like Milwaukee with their length and stuff of that nature, man. But only guy I'm giving money to in free agency is that kid from New Orleans, and I explained that in the podcast. But yeah, he definitely could be an all-star. He definitely got the skills. I don't know how New Orleans let him get away. His jump shooting ability, his ability to get it off the dribble. I think he really silenced the critics that was mad at the Pistons for trading Andre Drummond. Most people thought they gave away Andre Drummond, but you got to blame Andre Drummond for not committing to his next year, his contract with his player option. Had he committed to his player option and told teams he was going to opt in, which it sounds like he's going to opt in. He got whooped on 2K by Pat Beverly yesterday, I think. But had he told teams that he was going to opt in, then, we're looking at a whole different situation with Andre Drummond. You would have got something for Andre Drummond. What people didn't know is Drummond was negotiating a contract extension with the Hawks and I think other teams as well. And they just wasn't willing to give him the money that he thought he was worth. Just as the Pistons made the decision, say, hey, we're not about to give this dude $200 million max deal or whatever the situation was going to be. They made that clear. He just don't fit today's big man. He didn't develop a post game. He didn't develop a mid-range shot. He's not a three-point shooter. He can rebound. People always look at the rebound in the 2020s. But, it's not just about the stats. Some of those stats are hollow. What happened when we need you? We go against Joel Embiid and guys of that nature. So, even Christian Woods gave Joel Embiid the business is because he is a skilled big man. He got athleticism. He can shoot. He got the entire package. And I think he helped soften the fall for a lot of Piston fans that was attached to Drummond. But your average Drummond Piston fans that brought up the stats that beat their chest when he have a 2020 game and hide and put their tail between their legs when he go out there and fold against Joel Embiid or he fold versus upper echelon competition, you know what I'm saying? That's just, how they were. So, at the end of the day, he kind of made it kind of silence them guys a lot. And he made us believers. And we were saying, hey, why Dwayne Casey don't give him more playing time? You know what I'm saying? And once he stepped up, he stopped kind of getting the foul trouble. He got used to it. And that's where this direction this team is going, is a youth movement. You know what I'm saying? This team is going to be, young, exciting, depending on who they get at point guard. And then they just going to have to go through the maturation process that the Pistons did, when Jack McCloskey took over. You know what I'm saying? You got to find your floor general. Like I said, you got to find a point guard. That's been our biggest issue. We knew Reggie Jackson wasn't it. We knew Iverson wasn't it. After we got rid of Chauncey, we made a mistake. But hey, once Ben Wallace left, it was all coming down regardless. You know what I'm saying? Little did we know, McDyess and Nazim Muhammad and Chris Webber, they couldn't do what Ben did. Ben was an integral part. He was an important part to what the Pistons did. And but we got to find that floor general. You know what I'm saying? And if Christian Woods find that floor general that can feed him the ball, they get up and down the court and play some exciting basketball, the Pistons going to be exciting next year, And then they got to just add pieces with it, man. Like I said, that kid from New Orleans, Brandon Ingram, is the only guy I spend money on, man. He long, skin dry. He's long. He can shoot the rock. He can get his own bucket, And you put that length with Killian or LaMelo, that's a long team right there. With Christian, you put Ingram out there, you put, LaMelo out there. That's a long, versatile team. Ingram can play the 1. He can play the 2. He can play the 3. He can get away with playing the floor. He put some more weight on. Wood can play the 1, the 2. He can probably get away with playing the 3 with his defensive abilities and his ball handling. LaMelo can play the 1, 2, 3. He big enough, get strong enough, he can play a little bit of the 4 in situational basketball. He can guard whack-ass Draymond Green. Shout out to Sag Nasty. He can do things like that. So that's the kind of way the NBA is going, is versatility, long, shooter, scoring, and stuff of that nature. So, it's just going to have to be that process over again. A lot of Piston fans never enjoyed the process of building a championship team through the draft, and putting, trading for Vinny and trading for Bill Laimbeer, drafting Joe Dumars, drafting John Sally, drafting Dennis Rodman. They never enjoyed that process. So, if Stefanski and Malik Rose can, identify talent, you're going to enjoy that process again. A lot of people shied away from it. Oh, rebuilds don't work. This, that, and the third. It doesn't work. And this, that, and the third, because we haven't historically drafted well. But that's the only way to rebuild in this type of market. It's the only way. You don't want to keep trading for burnt out stars or hoping that burnt out players or players that haven't been all-stars be all-stars. Building or bringing in guys you think that can become all-stars every year, like Ben Gordon and Josh Smith and Charlie Villanueva, and trading for Reggie Jackson and hoping Brandon Jennings work out. And you got to develop talent. You got to develop and find talent. And I think Stefanski has proven that he can find talent. I like Bruce Brown. Of course you're not going to get a finished product in the second round. Today's NBA fan is always enamored with scoring the basketball. It's more than basketball, scoring the basketball. Is it the most important part? Putting the ball in the hoop? Yes. When you get a talent in the second round that can defend guys like Kawhi, that can defend 1s and 2s, and he can facilitate the way Brown can at times, hey, man, you just got to have him work on his mid-range jump shot, working and finishing at the basket, working at his floater. You just lock him in a room and put Tony Parker film on. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get finished products like that. I'm tired of the Pistons regurgitating other teams' talent. It's time to build it fresh. And you got the perfect team to build it fresh now. You got Diambo, you got Christian Wood, you know what I'm saying? And you can build around those two and see where it takes you that. So they got a good pick this year. Hopefully they get a good pick this year. They move up high. And, and they get a guard that they like a lot. And they just start being exciting, man. Because, seeing a whole bunch of old veteran players or veteran players that's pretty young that we know not going to go nowhere, it's a wrap. So with Christian Woods, I can't wait. I can't wait to see, what he does. That means he's going to put that work in. Hopefully we give him that contract, which he should have had that contract already. And I think if he hit the open market, it's a good chance that he may leave. You know what I'm saying? It's a great chance that he may leave. Now, he might feel in debt to the Pistons for giving them this opportunity, this, that, and the third. But it seemed like Dwayne Casey and him don't see eye to eye a lot. Dwayne Casey, is always tough on him. He is tougher on younger players, and he is softer. He was softer on Dre and veteran players, and maybe because he knew Dre was on his way out. But, if it came down to it, that, Christian Woods was like, you know what, if y'all get rid of Dwayne Casey, or if y'all don't, I'm leaving. Dwayne Casey has to be gone. You don't see guys walking around like Christian Wood a lot. Boston interested, Houston interested. He can go anywhere he wants to and start next year and be good. Or he can be with the Pistons and be the man. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans didn't want to give him a shot. All these other teams had an opportunity out on the Pistons, cut Joe Johnson and gave him a shot. So, but it's a chance that this kid could leave. It's a good chance. I had to wait for my money. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he understood, like, I was just getting hot at the end of the season. And, maybe they wanted to wait till the end. Man, he should have an extension. If they start the season up and then they end it again, by the time that season ends, he should have a contract extension. They should be working on it. There's no point to play with fire, bro. Pay this man right now. So then you won't get a bidding war with other teams. Pay him. He should have been paid before this coronavirus hit. This is the guy that you're going to build with or build around. He ain't going to get $20, $30 million. Pay him. You bring a young guard in, and that's how you do it. But, hopefully he don't leave, man. Hopefully the Pistons don't drop the ball. They perfect right now. They got $40 million in cap space. They don't need to spend it unless it's on Ingram. and they need to build through the draft, get this young talent in the next couple years, and they're going to be trending in the right direction, man. Because right now, ain't nobody going to catch Milwaukee until Giannis leave. You know what I'm saying? And once Giannis leave, he go out west or whatever, the East going to be clear. I don't fear Boston like that. I don't fear Kemba. I don't fear Tatum. Don't fear them like that. Don't fear John Wall coming back. You don't fear the Knicks, obviously. Chicago, they can't even get it right. They just hired their first respectable GM in a long shit probably ever, because Jerry Krause wasn't shit neither. So we'll see what happens, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget, I got the Anchor podcast. I'll put that link in the description. Check it out. I did 2 Lions videos. I'm working on a Piston video as soon as I get the technical difficulties together, man, and do a season wrap up for you guys over there. So check out the Anchor podcast. Want to make a donation? Cash App, PayPal description. Best way to donate is share the video. Hopefully everybody's safe from the COVID-19. Stay at home. Instead, what the Chicago mayor say, man, I'm gonna do a video on my other channel. Check my other channel out, Goodfellas Sports TV. She say, your jump shot is always gonna be weak. Stay out them parks, man. They took the rims down at Rouge. That's crazy, bro. So they not playing. The police sitting at Rouge Park. So you want to go to Rouge and get that $400-500 ticket? That's on you, man. One time for the one time we gone.